Hello, welcome back to the seedy underbelly of this machine. I don't know why it has to be seedy, it just does. So anyway, these are the connecting rods, these are the connecting rod caps, these are the connecting rod cap bolts. And just to sort of follow up on my stupid tax I paid last time, these, notice how they're facing this way. This, incidentally, is the left side of the engine. This is the injection pump side. This is the cam side. This side over here is the cam side. This side here is the injection pump side. I had these in there facing the wrong way. So when I tried to turn the engine over using the pair of pliers on the balancer shafts, it only got so far before it kind of locked up. And I couldn't figure out why. It took me a long time to figure out what was going on. But anyway, eventually I did. They were just in there incorrectly. My markings were right. Had I paid closer attention to my own markings, I would have got there. But it is what it is. So now we're just going to torque these and be done down here. Well, you know, we're going to put the oil pan on and all that good stuff. So the torque for these are 55, I think it's technically 53 foot-pounds. Now those are torqued. We have no gaps. Do we? Yeah, no gaps on either side. The caps are on there correctly. And now we're going to turn the engine over. Oh, a word about these connecting rod bolts, connecting rod cap bolts. So on later models of this engine, these are torque to yield bolts. In other words, you torque them to a certain amount and then you crank it a degree. 60 degrees, 90 degrees, whatever they call for. Whenever you have a torque that has an initial torque value and then a degree value, those are torque to yield bolts and they're stretch bolts, and you should always replace stretch bolts every time you can. But bolts that are straight torque, you can get away with reusing them. Now, it's always a good idea to always replace everything new. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying it's okay to reuse bolts that are just regular straight torque. All right, I was slightly distracted for a second there. Let's finish this up. I rotated the engine a little bit more. Change my, whoops. Of course the hoses are in the way. I mean, why wouldn't they be? There we go. All right. Bottom end is torqued. What's next is get that oil pan on. There's even a gasket. I have a gasket. All right. Well, since the oil pan is draining, let's get the cylinder head back on. I have a little extension here on my engine hoist. I am not advocating that anyone does theirs like this. I'm not advocating you do this at all. I'm just doing it this way because it's what I have to do. My little shop here is small. I don't have a lot of space. So the head gasket is sitting on there. By the way, both of these surfaces have already been cleaned. I did check the head for warpage. I didn't film that part of it, but I did. Anyway, see if I can get the cylinder head to go where it's supposed to go. All right, looking good so far. I think we're going to be just fine. Let me move it a little bit that way. It's trying to turn on me. All right. This would be real good to do with, you know, 2 people. Make it a lot easier. But I don't have 2 people. Well, the head is in the right orientation, so let's keep going here. All right. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer so you can get a better look at what's happening. All right. There we are. There's the head, there's the gasket. So we're just going to gently lower it down. It's going down pretty straight. Pretty happy about that. So I'll watch it from this side, you watch it from that side, okay? We're getting there. Gotta move a little bit to clear this water pump. Okay, looking good. It's at a little bit of an angle, but it'll settle down there. Ha! For a second there I thought I had it on backwards. Nope, it's right. Coming down. Woo! Bonk. Hey, I think that's it. Yeah. Is that it? I think that's where it wants to be. Let's see if I can just slide it onto its, there we go, clunk. I believe that's it. Take the tension out of this chain a little bit. Yep, we're slack. Let me throw a couple bolts in there, make sure we're lined up. There we go. Yes. Yep, we are good. We are good. Yep, those bolts are going in just fine. Wait, are they? How come this one? Oh no, it's going in. Yeah, it's okay. One more here. Let's see how you're looking over here. All right, we got all those in. Okay, you gonna stay there? Don't fall. All right, so we've got all of the head bolts in, and they're just turned a couple turns. Turn them in. Okay, just a little bit more. lost my socket. Where is it? There it is. Okay, one more. All right. And then we'll put the rocker shaft on, and then the valve cover. But first, get those cups in there. I gotta tell you, I think that's a first. That's not really a first, I'm kidding. I'm just real surprised when I get through this whole job without losing these things. They're so easy to forget. I don't know what makes them easier to forget than any other part. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? All right. All right, I'm gonna get the bolts. Just put these guys into place. Oh, did I move you? No? All right. Sometimes a little tricky to make sure these push rods are all in the right place. They're all where they're supposed to be. Before you tighten everything down. There we go. Those are good, good. Nope. Dang it. That's why I do this initial part with a drill, because there's a lot of adjustments. That actually looks pretty good, I think. I'll make sure these are snugged, and then we'll torque them. snugged they are. All right, and we're back. So I've drained the oil pan, cleaned it out, cleaned all that junk out of it on the inside. And now I'm just putting it into position with my handy dandy Harbor Freight transmission jack. Because clearing these hoses is a hassle. All right, let's see if this is even gonna work. Going the wrong way? Nope. Gotta turn up my drill a little bit here. All right. Doesn't want to go. Oh, that's why. I'm stuck on the and it's going to be a problem. All right. Well, might be able to get her. All right, so we are definitely started, definitely got a couple bolts in there. I think we can take the transmission jack away. Lower it down a little bit. All right. Well, like I said, I'm not sure how much of that you saw.